This video is to give you an update on safety and security here at LCS. I know it's something that's important to many parents, and it's important to us here on staff that we always keep the environment safe for our students. So today we're going to be talking about external safeguards. We do have policies and procedures in place that we train our teachers on to make sure that they stay safe here on campus in the classroom. But right now we're going to be talking about things that we have done and implemented to protect the school from external threats. God forbid anything like that ever happens. So it's been over a year since we started working on adding the Guardian program here at Longview Christian School. That was something that our parents voted in a survey overwhelmingly to have in place. If you're new to LCS and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'd be happy to talk through it with you. But in general, we want to have people on campus who are prepared and armed to respond if something happens, God forbid, a threat to our campus and to the safety of our students. So it has been a slow process, frustratingly at times, because once we said we wanted to do it, we wanted to have it in place. But it is very, very important that we do it well. We're not playing around with something that is of little importance here. This is so significant. So we had to make sure that we created the right policies, the procedures, that we had sessions where we discussed the pros and cons and the threats and the liabilities and all the things that we have to do to make sure we make these decisions very carefully. We got legal advice, we got law enforcement advice. And so all of this has just slowed everything down. And I apologize to those of you who really wanted to see it in place right away. I promise we are not dragging our feet. We are just trying to take our steps carefully. So I'm happy to report that we will have the Guardian program in place for the start of this school year. We will have guardians on our campus. They are professionally trained. They've been through a specific program that's designed to train teachers and staff at a school to be guardians. They've gone through a very rigorous process. Some of that was described last year when we sent stuff out, but things like psychological testing and skills testing and all these different steps that they went through. It is important to know that the identities of the guardians on our campus will remain a secret. We do not want anyone to know who on our campus is a guardian. But you will see signs on our campus soon, hopefully before the start of the school year, as long as there's not any delays in the manufacturing of those signs. But just know that the Guardian program is in place and ready to go. I know that will be good news for many of you. The second major thing that we've done to improve security and safety on our campus is that we have installed an automatic lock on our front door, the door to our main office. This door has been open historically in the past and monitored by our office personnel. But all the other exterior doors and gates on our campus are locked throughout the day. So in installing this system, we're going to have to do some training. We're going to have to make sure everyone understands, hey, what does this mean? What is the change that this is going to create for us? But for now, what we're looking at probably doing is that from 8 to 8:30 a.m. in the morning, kind of that peak drop-off time, we will have a staff member at the office front door who will be letting people in based on visual recognition. So this will help us, because otherwise there would be a long line at the door of people who are trying to speak with the office receptionist through the video call or whatever, the audio, and it would be very slow. So someone who knows our families will be at the door allowing people to come in. If there's ever a question, we might stop someone, but that will be a monitored open door for those 30 minutes. And we may adjust that time. We may adjust those plans as we kind of figure this out, what's the best system. But for the majority of the day, the doors at the front office will now be locked. This means that any visitors to our campus, whether they're making a delivery or it's a parent or it's a substitute, anyone who does not have a key, they will have to ring the doorbell. It is located to your right when you're standing at the door, and there is a camera that allows the person at the receptionist desk to see you. So be sure you look at that when you ring that doorbell. and they will either approve you for entry because they recognize you or they verify your identity, or if they have any concerns at all, then they will probably get me involved. I will come out to the door and do a personal verification before I let you in. This will be an inconvenience for everyone. Please, please come with a patient heart. It'll be an inconvenience for our office staff who have to do an extra job. It'll be an inconvenience for you because you will not be able to walk right in. It'll be slow you down in getting into the school. But we do feel it's important. Our families said it was important. They wanted there to be that extra barrier of protection for the students and for the staff. So I appreciate everyone who's done the work, who's made the donations to make this all possible. And please just bear with us as we adjust to these new systems. But I'm excited to have a safer campus for this coming school year. Thanks.